Three of these riders have never won a Grand Prix before. Furasato and Quiles have been there, done that. Here we go, 2 to go. Furasato got out of that final corner beautifully. But where does he make the move on Fernandez, who's so fast through that turn 1?
Yeah, and good on the brakes down in there. The Leopard bike got a little bit of top end, I think, on Furasato's. Not huge margins in it, but yeah, very evenly matched down the front straight.
Quiles starting to make his moves. He has got a track limits warning, so that's another thing to throw in the mix here. Furasato takes to the inside now, and if they do battle behind Fernandez here, Fernandez could have a clear run to the line.
Furasato wanted to find his way straight through on Quiles there into turn 4. Cleanly done, but this little fight will give Fernandez a little bit of daylight, and he has got 0.2 of a second there at that second indicator.
Hard to tell from this angle, but he does have a couple of bike lengths now. I'd say about 5 or 6 between himself. There you see it as they turn into Afición and into turn 8. Oh, tight turn from Quiles though, trying to eat up the meters between himself and your race leader. Adrian Fernandez took the lead early on in this race by barging through on his teammate. And so Fernandez, could he take his first Grand Prix victory here in Valencia? Madrid, boy, but this is the closest race to home. 3 hours down the road. Could Fernandez take victory in front of the home crowd today? Your man Marco Morelli's got a long lap penalty for track limits. That's unfortunate after a good ride as Quiles attacks Furasato. Will the race be decided in that final corner in a lap's time? Here we go then. Last lap of the Moto3 season. Adrian Fernandez leads from Max Quiles, the standout, the revelation of the season, in second. In third, Furasato, who's taken his first win this year. Which way is he going as Furasato attacks into one? He's got to go wide, surely. Nope. But he manages to hold it firm through one. And into 2 now. Oh, I thought Furasato was going to attack Fernandez there. Behind Carpe and Pini also want a piece of the action.
Yeah, Furasato's already had a victory this year, but it wasn't in a last lap scrap. He had a little bit of daylight in Sepang, whereas he's going to have to find a way through Fernandez here. Does he leave it to turn 14, or will it be sooner in the lap?
Up the hill they go towards turn 6, run alongside the fans. Look at Fernandez, the corner speed he's garnered through as Carpe attacks Quiles now. Quiles' chance at victory is falling by the wayside here on this last lap with Furasato and now Carpe going through. But Quiles returns the favour in 7. This is just going to cost them time in the battle for victory. On board we go with Quiles. There's the big number 83 of Alvaro Carpe. Still Fernandez leads, still Furasato in second. It's going to come down to the final corner, Michael. Can Furasato come up with something?
Yeah, it looks that way. Fernandez closed off the option into turn 11, although Furasato, he needs to get a run through 12 and try and set it up into the final corner.
And you can't rule out Quiles, who's been early on, and Adrian Fernandez wins for the first time in Grand Prix racing in front of Tayo Furasato. Alvaro Carpe is third, Guido Pini takes fourth, Quiles is fifth in the end over the line. It will change because of Furasato going on the green paint on the last lap. Finished 9th, Rios is 10th. But what about that? Casey O'Gorman took 13th and 3 points in the end. There's Eddie's son waving the flag. Chinese Hope, who just won the Moto Mini World Championship earlier. But Michael, some ride from Fernandez.
Yeah, controlled it from the front, imposed a pace that no one could really challenge him, didn't provide an opportunity on the last lap. Furasato didn't have it today, and Fernandez a victor.
So Adrian Fernandez celebrates out there with his dad. He's out there, that's great to see, isn't it? There'll be celebrations long into the evening for the Fernandez family, but Adrian's finally done it. This is how he managed it on the last lap. No way through. That was where Carpe attacked Quiles. But Adrian Fernandez wins in Moto3 for the first time. We'll have all the celebrations when we come back from the break.
Carroll Nash Insurance sponsors MotoGP on TNT Sports.
In James May's shed, he's making everything better.
All the problems in the world, great and small.
Shopping drudgery,
Something needs to be done.
banished.
This is brilliant. Did a skid.
Parking pain,
The law is an ass.
vanquished.
Now hear this, traffic warden.
They're fixing the world. One perfect idea at a time.
Fire in the hole. Why are we doing this?
Because it's fun.
Brand new James May's shed load of ideas. Tuesday at 9 on Quest and stream on Discovery Plus.
Driving home for Christmas. Oh, how long have we been here? Hang on, Frenchie. And... Here we go.
What's coming, Penelope?
Oh, fairies. Oh, look at these lovely prawny things.
They're M&S Black Tiger Prawn Paella Bites.
Help yourself fast if you have. Ooh, fish chips and peas.
Do you have any fondue?
No, Twinkle. But I do have, pork and mushroom pate by Tom Kerridge. World's gone mad. This is not just food. This is M&S Christmas food.
With Regina Blitz and its extra large sheets, you'll clean up in a flash. And for other jobs, big or small, try Regina Blitz Giant.
Go, 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 go.
Made for getting your imagination going. Made for giving you all the options. Made for helping everything slot into place. Made for making the kitchen you've been dreaming of a reality. Wren. Made for living.
Carol Nash Insurance sponsors MotoGP on TNT Sports.
Welcome back to Valencia, final round of the championship. Tayo Furusato can celebrate with a podium. Unfortunately, has been pushed back to third because of touching the green paint on the last lap, exceeding track limits, of course. So he got a position penalty. He drops to third. Carpe then up to second. No doubt about your winner, though. Adrian Fernandez, and not headed since he took the lead.
little risk adverse. Sometimes we think he struggles, he admits himself, making overtakes in Moto 2. He's more of a flowing, fast lines. He likes to ride his own rhythm, but he's going to have to put it all on the line today, make those overtakes starting from the second row of the grid. Trying to lay a glove on Holgado, though, is not going to be easy. He's probably got the best rhythm. He's certainly the tidiest out there. Doesn't use a lot of track, just looks so comfortable around this racetrack. So yeah, I think Manu at the start will be having to push on, try and make those overtakes, and Diogo Moreira just needs to keep a watching brief and keep an eye on his championship rival.
The problem is when you're trying to keep your nose clean around here, around Valencia, you put yourself at risk, don't you? Because other people are not thinking like that. They're just happy to barrel the way through.
That is a problem around here because it's so tight, and you start thinking about conservation, trying to avoid contact, trying to not ride in your own normal race, which Diogo is very good at, just getting out there doing his own thing. I think he may approach the race as normal because the fact of the speed Holgado's got. I think it's a tough prospect for Manny Gonzalez to win anyway today, and that's the only way he could usurp the Brazilian here today. So I think Diogo has to just focus on his own race, not worry too much about the championship, and it will take care of itself.
There was Jake Dixon lining up on the 6th row of the grid. Merci pour cette fantastique saison, Mark. Nice little message to Mark VDS at the end of his Grand Prix campaign. But the story is going to be about the number 18 going through the bottom of your screen. Can he attack the 27? Daniel Gardu's on pole. Manuel Gonzalez from 5th knows only a win is good enough. Any worse than that, he can hand the title to Diogo Moreira, so he has to go for it. What role does Senna Aegis have to play from the front row? And Moreira himself struggled this weekend, not looked like he's got the pace. Has he got enough to finish top 14? Which he has managed more often than not this season, but there have been a couple of occasions where it's not materialised. Here we go then, it all comes down to this. The final 22 laps of Moto 2 in 2025. Lights go out and we are underway, and it's a really good start from Holgado, from Senna Aegis as well. Second row though, look at Arenas and Manuel Gonzalez. Aegis turns in front of his teammate. At the front, Isan Guevara has taken over. Diogo Moreira is pushed wide by Alexis Scritch. Danny Munoz, who had pace all weekend, and Barry Baltus have gone down. For Baltus, of course, he is 6 ahead of Aaron Canet in the battle for 3rd in the championship.
Yeah, that's a shame for Baltus in terms of the championship. Looking set for the again, though he doesn't quite have the pace, so he's still got to bag a few points.
Baltus obviously tried to get to his feet, but not being able to do so. So, at the front, Guevara leading, Holgado second, Arenas up into 3rd spot. There is Moreira, kept his nose clean, he's held on to 9th place. Behind Jake Dixon is winning laps.
Yeah, like Jake Dixon has struggled with at times throughout this season, getting the tyres up into the working range in laps 1 and 2. After that, that's when he really clicks it up a gear, but he stayed in contact with teammate Senna Aegis. Eskridge has had a
it's for a jump start. So Screech got away too well, I'm sorry to say, started on the 2nd row of the grid. So I'm not sure what's quite happened there for him. He's got Jake Dixon behind him now, and that will release Dixon, who's started very well in this race. At the front though, Guevara from Holgado, Arenas in 3rd, Senna Aegis ahead of his teammate Manuel Gonzalez in 4th and 5th. This is the start again. This is what happens up towards turn 2.
Oh, Baltus into the side of Munoz, but I was looking a little bit further on in the group, so I didn't actually see what triggered it.
Where is Baltus there? Trying to see him, boys. I was worried for Moreira with the line he took down into there on the first lap, because there were 3 riders on his inside.
I think Baltus was straight back on his feet and then laid down for the stretcher, looking for a red flag, maybe. Old school.
You're cynic. Fastest rider on track, Ivan Ortola. While we've been talking about Olgado this year, Alonso and Colin Fire with their podiums, Ivan Ortola's had a decent rookie year too.
He has, yeah. Rumours of that team switching to Kalex chassis next season. Ortola will be joined by Angel Piqueras in the MT Helmet squad, but yeah, it's been a good rookie season. Unfortunately for him, he's against the likes of Alonso and Holgado. They have been really stand out in the Aspar garage.
Oh, Gonzalez, another moment, just heading up towards turn 6. It's not looking easy for him, is it? I'm not saying he's overriding at the moment. It just looks like he's working a lot more than what we were calling him, the most smooth rider we'd ever seen at the start of the year.
Yeah, it looked effortless for him. He was turning better than most on. What is WP suspension is a little bit of a difference. It was an anomaly last year when it came in. It was actually a disadvantage for Jake Dixon initially. Then they got it working so good, and Manu clicked over the winter. It worked so well after pre-season testing, but he's lost something. He's lost some of that spark and ability to be the fastest rider on track. And he's having to fight with the machine a little bit more. So yeah, you can see we're lapped through.
There is Manuel Gonzalez in 5th. At the moment, he's got 4 places on Diogo Moreira. It wouldn't be enough. Moreira just needs to keep his nose clean at this point. Riding in 9th. He's got Vietti and Dixon behind him, and he's got actually a bit of breathing room. If he sticks with Salach, for example, in front of him, that's his job done, isn't it? There's a gap opening up behind Dixon, back to Sergio Garcia.
Yeah, we could see when qualifying with Holgado trying to lead the way around for Moreira. Moreira jumped onto his rear wheel, but he wasn't able to follow him. He lacked a little bit of pace to match him, so today he just needs to use the group in front. He's got Salach and Vayer. They're setting a good pace, so let them do the work, and the championship will take care of itself there.
A word for Albert Arenas as well in his last ride as a Moto2 rider. Let's not forget Moto3 world champion in 2020 himself. And Albert moving over to World Supersport. Is that been confirmed yet?
Yeah, confirmed. He's riding the Yamaha R9 for the new factory squad there alongside Aldi Mahendra. So it will be an official outfit. He will, I think, acquit himself very well in World Supersport. But it is a shame to lose a Moto3 world champion from this paddock. He's shown flashes of brilliance in Moto2, but 5 seasons and
just 2 podiums.
Yeah, exactly. Not quite enough results-wise, unfortunately, for him. So he says goodbye to this paddock for now.
Final corner, completing our 4th lap of this 22-lap Grand Prix. There is Senna Aegis, and now Manuel Gonzalez is coming under pressure from Ortola. Ortola was past him there.
Oh, and he fights back on the brakes into turn 1.
Yeah, but he's not making turn 2, is he? Here we go, yeah. And Gonzalez now back into 6th, and this championship is drifting away from him, pretty much as it's done as the years gone on, Michael.
Yeah, right on board with him there out of turn 2. Just a bit of pump as he tries to accelerate and match the Bosco-Oscuro chassis of Ortola up front, but it's not going to be enough. It's just dwindling at the moment.
Long way to go in this race. Still anything can happen. Naran Canet's now got a double long lap penalty. So that was causing the crash. So Canet it was who caused the crash of his teammate. I'll tell you what, in terms of battle for 3rd in the championship, that makes things interesting, doesn't it?
Yeah, he's down in 14th at the moment, which wouldn't be enough points to take over his teammate's spot in terms of the title race. At the moment, the live championship, 56 behind for Baltus, 60, so 4 points in it, and a double long lap penalty will put him outside those points.
Jake Dixon would need a top 2, though, if he were to get 3rd in the championship. I'm not quite sure that's going to happen from where he is. He's at the back of this group in 11th place. Still Guevara leads. Pace-wise, 32.9s. They are race lap records. We didn't come here last year, of course. So first time Pirelli have been here. Lap records have, well, they went from first practice, didn't they? They've gone consistently throughout the weekend. But 33s, you know, and 31.7 in qualifying. Probably just maintaining pace more than anything.
Yeah,
rhythm.
No one really talking too much about tyres here in this class. Everyone going for soft front, soft rear. It is the super soft option once again in Moto2 here around this circuit, but Conservation possibly a factor at this point in the race. We've seen some riders dipping into the 32-second range, but low 33s for everyone last time around.
Well, Sergio Garcia looks like he's dropped out of it. But turn 2 was running in 13th with Arbolino and Canet. Canet's, of course, got those long lap penalties to take, but the Valencian slides out.
He's shown good pace this weekend. Sergio Garcia, good to see him back on form and up at the pointy end of some of the practice sessions. Only qualified in 16th, though, and obviously not able to make much inroads in this race, and unfortunately just losing the front here at turn 2.
Albert Arenas running wide, allowing Senna Aegis through and up into 3rd place. Interesting his comments, Senna, yesterday, basically saying, look, if I was giving the win up to Manuel Gonzalez, it's a different story, but I'm not going to give up positions otherwise, basically.
Yeah.
Was that fair, wasn't it?
Yeah, more or less. He's obviously, Manu has to win it, so Senna at the moment can't really do a lot to help his teammate, so he will probably get a signal on the board if Manu makes his way through on Ortola and Arenas. And
I feel like at this moment of the race, Olgado, who has had races where he's been strong in the latter laps, he's had races where he's dropped off. I feel like Olgado is just managing things at the moment.
Yeah, he's at Guevara. I do wonder about his fitness. He had a big crash here on Friday. He seemed to be hobbling a little bit when I seen him in the paddock, but he's impressed to get on the front row of the grid, and he's imposing a good pace here at the front. But you do think Holgado might just have a little something for the latter laps of this race.
Colin Vaya, too, is starting to close in on the rear of Manuel Gonzalez, a tenth quicker than the Spaniard on that last lap. And Vaya, of course, fresh from that podium back in Portugal, where he almost took victory, actually.
He had such a good race down in Portimao. Colin Vaya, we talk about him a lot in terms of how he goes about his racing, and the progress he's made this year as a rookie has been impressive to witness, and he's now established himself as one of the very front runners here in Moto 2.
While this race is just in a steady phase, what's the turning point been this season, do you feel, in this championship for Manuel Gonzalez or Diogo Moreira?
It's difficult to pinpoint what... obviously, setup seemed to be an issue for Diogo in the early rounds. Not quite there until really Silverstone, was it? I think he really upped the ante.
Yeah, battle with Senna Aegis, didn't he, for the win there?
And from then, he's been capable of those pole positions, so the speed came, and then he's just delivered. Obviously, there was a lot of talk mid-season. MotoGP contracts were being mooted for this man, Manu Gonzalez. Likewise for Diogo. There was only one available for the Moto 2 graduates, and it went the way. Oh, God.
He had to go.
Yeah.
You saw there, didn't you? They were starting to lose a little bit of ground. Albert Arenas starting to feel the effects now of the early laps at the front. Gonzalez just had to be decisive, didn't he? Just had to make a move.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of little twitches from Arenas on the previous lap, so he's beginning to struggle a little bit. Gonzalez can see that he's dropping off, needed to make a decisive move there. He picked Albert up a little bit, but Albert will accept that one when there's so much at stake today for Manu Gonzalez.
I expect the DQ in Indonesia for Manuel Gonzalez with the incorrect mapping used on his bike. That was smart. The stone in the radiator.
Yeah.
Also, those two events. But then again, Moreira's had his bad luck, hasn't he? You know, the Germany incident where he was making his way through, stunning ride from the back of the field, and had the collision, didn't he, with David Alonso, and then got a penalty to the back of the grid for the next round.
Yeah, and just didn't really turn up in Brno, whether that was through injury before the summer break. But he's barely put a foot wrong, I think, since the midpoint in the season. Diogo Moreira's looked really solid. I feel for Manu Gonzalez, the points being taken away in Indonesia will sting. There's no doubt about that. He wouldn't have known any performance gain or anything on his side that he could do to avert that. But without that, it would be all level on points right now as things stand in this race with the live championship. So yeah, you got to feel for Gonzalez.
Interesting here, Aegis, Ortola and Gonzalez all quicker than Guevara and Olgado on that last lap. So let's have a see if Guevara's pace starts to drop, and then if Danny Olgado makes a move, or they don't necessarily have the tyre underneath them, and this could still liven up this race a bit.
Just looking at the gap back to 15th in the race for Diogo. He's got Vietti and Dixon behind him, but if they make their way through, he's still sat in 11th in the race. That's safe enough. And then to lose any more points,
14th, even 15th, Zonta van der Gerberg is behind him 6 seconds, you know, and that's 15th. So he just needs to keep his nose clean. Just pray for no mechanical issue. No stones in radiators, as Manuel Gonzalez could testify.
Yeah, exactly. Looking at the front of the race, Guevara's impressed me, his turnaround. The second part of the season, his podium in Malaysia, he does tend to have a stronger early part of the race and maybe drop a little bit in the latter laps, whether that's set up or how the Bosco-Oscuro works. But he certainly has found his form in what the Blue Crew team signed he and Arbolino, and obviously Tony Arbolino was set to lead that team in terms of positions and the championship fight, but it's Guevara who's found a home there and is set to be retained. We await confirmation of Arbolino at Fantic and who will line up alongside Guevara next season, but yeah, that's I think there's some contractual wranglings going on at the moment there.
So Gonzalez quicker than Guevara by a couple of tenths on that last lap. Guevara's pace has dropped, hasn't it? By half a second, really, from the early laps. Wild helmet design for Danny Olgado in second. When does he make a move? Can he make a move?
I think he has pace in him, but he's about to be challenged by Senna Aegis if he doesn't make a move soon on Guevara. Ortola's looking strong as well as he slides it through turn 9.
Impressive from Ortola, isn't it?
Yeah, good to see. We've seen flashes of it this year. I think back to Assen was the first signs where he's got that pace on the Bosco-Oscuro chassis, but yeah, it's been a little up and down in his rookie season, but looking good here in Valencia.
Turning to the inside, Senna Aegis makes a move, doesn't he? No. Just had a look at Danny Olgado. You see a little bit more pumping from Aegis' bike than from Olgado onto the straight. I think Ortola, because of that move from Aegis, may well have the run on the Australian.
Using the slipstream to get alongside the braking zone. Senna not giving it up here. Having to give best it looked like, although he's closed the door now. This gives Ortola the run to turn 2.
Yeah, but Aegis there, full credit to Senna Aegis for hanging on in front of Ivan Ortola. Hung in bravely in turn 1, ran it wide down towards turn 2, and somehow then recovered the line. He's struggling, it looks like, a lot more than Ortola, but still, credit where it's due.
Yeah, fighting hard, Senna Aegis, but yeah, wide again at turn 4 there, so yeah, a little moment. You can see the knock-on effect it has down the straight, the slipstream effect that Ortola used to make the overtake as Gonzalez wide at turn 6.
I think there, he's eating up ground, isn't he, to the riders in front, and started to get a little bit perhaps ahead of himself, and then just runs it off the edge of the racetrack at Angel Nieto corner. Seems squirming underneath the application of the throttle out of 8. Moreira's got a little bit of breathing room in front and behind. Dixon's got through on Vietti.
Front bounce.
Bouncing.
Looks like turn 11. Oh no.
That looks horrible.
It is. Yeah, well, he was lucky to save it there. You can see it was about to tuck under, but good control from the young Brazilian rider to keep it on 2 wheels.
And as it stands, Manuel Gonzalez is only 1.1 seconds behind the leader here. If something were to happen with Moreira, Manu still has chances.
Yeah, Manu's pace 33.4, last time around 33.3 the lap prior. So more or less matching the pace of Guevara and Holgado at the head of this race, and that was with the run-off track at turn 6.
Vietti's got back in front of Dixon. Up and down towards turn 1. Dixon at turn 4. Whoa.
Threading the needle there. Not an easy pass to make because you're always worried about the right side of the tyre changing direction there. Although you get to lap 12 where these riders are now, and you start to think it should be maintaining temperature, but still, when there's a cool breeze, you do lose a few degrees every lap there.
Yeah, Dixon and Vietti now 5.5 seconds behind these leaders. All wide for Aegis, but should get better drive. As Ortola able to find a way through. Gonzalez, having made that mistake a lap ago, just trying to recover the gap back. When Ortola and Aegis started battling, definitely brought Gonzalez more into it. And that mistake has meant there's work to be done. Still Gonzalez 1.3 seconds down on the leaders.
And it looks like on this lap, Guevara's opened a little bit of a margin over Holgado. He looked good over the hilltop there, using a bit of tyre to rear wheel steer and keeping his lap time constant.
Yeah, it was 33.4 a couple of laps ago. Then he did a 33.2. He's just done a 33.3 as Ortola goes at it again on Aegis. Aegis this time, no, not able to at all. Cut to the inside and try and push on. So now, as Colin Vire starts to come forward, up into 6th place past the Reynas, is there a message for Aegis to release Gonzalez, perhaps?
Gonzalez maybe getting trouble from the young Dutchman.
Yeah.
Colin Vire, he's making his way forward in this race and usually manages his tyres very well for a rookie especially.
Salach is actually one of the quickest in that front group. There is Moreira. As it stands, will become Brazil's first motorcycle Grand Prix world champion. And how good would that be? Everyone down there at Hotel Trans, nervous, expectant, hopeful in anticipation of what may happen, but none of them will be counting their chickens at this moment.
No, they've been through it once before with Enea Bastianini back in 2020 when they did deliver the world title for Enea. They had a couple of tough years, but this season they've locked in with the Brazilian, with Diogo Moreira. It's really worked for the Italtrans team, and I think the experience of Livio Supo, Robbie Brivio coming into that squad over the last few seasons have really established them as one of the best teams in the Moto2 paddock.
Daniel Gardo's not quite had the pace I expected in this race. I wonder if the changing conditions has had something to do with it, or, you know, the more rubber that's been laid down on the circuit.
Yeah, the track has evolved since Friday practice. Obviously, the track, it was quite dirty initially, grip wasn't very good, and every circulation we have had here from Moto3, Moto2 and MotoGP, it has laid down rubber. You can see it's a lot cleaner even offline, and these tyres are performing different here today than they were yesterday.
But he put in yesterday in qualifying, how many laps sub 132? 7 or 8?
Yeah, and it looked so easy for him to do that. Maybe he's just got a little bit up his sleeve yet, keeping his powder dry.
10 different winners. Oh, Manuel Gonzalez off the edge of the racetrack. This could be the championship right here.